best show in the land. High sports, doing the best they can. From hockey to soccer to football, these boys will cover it all. High sports, give me another hit, man. From the shadows of downtown Music City, home of the world's best franchise, it's High on Sports. Recorded live at the Hallett Studios of Mediocre Records and Broadcasting. Now, here's your hosts, Willie, Russ, and Swamp.
Intro. Remember that intro I made? See you, BR.
Alright, we're on now. We're recording now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer Man.
Is that a new announcer, man?
No, it's the same announcer man we've always had.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to our first edition of High Sports in this new decade of 2020. Along with Willie and Russ, I'm Swamp.
Hello.
Hola.
Thank you to our viewing audience out there in the YouTube world as we join you on what seems to be a very cloudy, cold day here in our state's capital.
Also known as the Music City.
Some call it the Music City. All right. Willis,
Yes, sir.
how are things?
Things are good. Really hadn't done much since our last time we talked, but I'm here.
We're glad you're here, Russ.
Things are going okay, I guess. Pretty good. Had a good weekend until Sunday. Went to the Vols and Vandy game on Saturday afternoon or Saturday night. That was pretty fun.
Vanderbilt didn't hit a three-pointer.
That's
yeah, for
awesome.
the first time ever.
That is awesome.
And then I went Sunday. Went down to a place called the Underground, which is downtown for a Titans watch party.
Wow.
That was an interesting crowd.
Was
I'll
that
say that.
was that where everybody was? Because they were
No.
watching it on the street.
Yeah,
So-
it was out. Well, the main watch party that was free was outside, but it was right outside of there. And what was funny is there was a delay where we were watching it versus outside. So when the Titans scored their first touchdown, I was like, "Why are people cheering? Oh, Derrick Henry for a touchdown!" So then, as the game got worse, I stopped looking outside because there was no more cheering.
Yeah, that's
Well, I had a great weekend. I went to Memphis on Monday. I guess that counts as a weekend on Martin Luther King Day, and watched the Grizzlies play the New Orleans Pelicans.
nice.
Hadn't been to downtown Memphis in a while. They fixed it up quite nice. It's a lot better.
Did you rendezvous?
Did not rendezvous because the rendezvous was closed, so we went to what we thought was the second best thing, which is Jerry Lawler's restaurant. Jerry the King Lawler's
The
restaurant.
King.
Whoa! Why would you think that?
That was a
Yeah.
bad idea.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
sounds
worst,
like-
and it's on Bill Street. It's
Yeah.
the worst ribs
Really?
I have. They could, when we did them for the first time, ours was 100 times better.
Wow.
You know what, though? That's surprising because you should go to a city like Memphis. It doesn't matter where you go, the ribs should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go to New Orleans, the gumbo
Should
and
be
the
good.
jambalaya, no matter where you go, is good.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have bad ribs in Memphis.
Well, we should have noticed because when we first went in there was like 3 other people in there. And this is right. This is
and one of them was Jerry Law.
my buddy was like, "Hey, let's try this out." So we tried it, and it was a sort of a neat place. Bill Street's just not as big as I thought it was.
No,
not
Bill,
very
it's just a
big.
block.
Yeah, it's
it's not like Broadway downtown or or Bourbon Street. It's just one block. It's not bad. I mean, it's a pretty cool place, but It's definitely not like being downtown here.
No, it was a neat atmosphere. It was a great atmosphere. The highlight of the whole weekend, though, at the Memphis was after the game. We went to the Lorraine Hotel because it was Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, that's cool.
And nobody was there, and I got to walk right up to the where it happened. I mean, I was like right in front of it,
Wow.
right behind those cars.
That's kind of cool.
What's amazing about it is it looks exactly the same as the day it happened. Was that woman wasn't there that's been protesting for years?
I don't know. I did that. They had had something all day, and most everybody had left. So my buddy and I went over there, and I got some good footage for the Swamp Stadium series.
I was gonna ask you about that.
I hadn't got work on that one yet, but we'll get there.
Cool.
So,
Have you been to a Gears game before?
I have not.
What'd you think about the FedEx Forum?
I liked it.
It's a nice place.
It's not overly huge.
Mm-hmm.
It was easy to go in and out. Easy to go to the restroom. Easy to get food.
Did you get some popcorn?
I did not. I've had a flare up of my diverticulitis, so I'm not eating popcorn. That's why I'm going back to the pipe.
Oh, Jesus.
Hitting the pipe.
Hitting the pipe.
What's in the pipe?
Well, that's a great question.
You'll never know.
Joe, the golf pro, is calling. I'll have to call Joe back. This is called Nashville Special.
Let me smell.
It smells really good.
Test 1, 2.
Anyways,
It's tobacco.
Express.
It's not bad.
Mexican red.
Drop that down.
we'll fire it up here in a little bit. Anyways, the
Smell a little skunky.
Tennessee Titans said they're going to take everything. That was the motto, and I got to be honest, not a Titans fan. Everybody knows that, but they took a good deal.
They
I
took a
will say
lot.
that.
They took 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody gave them a shot at getting out of Foxborough.
I did.
I
did.
thought they would win that game just because Brady just didn't have the weapons, and Henry's so tough to tackle. He's a tough, it's hard to figure out what we're going to do a lot of times. Then we went to Baltimore, and I was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with Baltimore because they can score quickly. But they had a good game plan. I think the game plan of making Lamar Jackson go lateral on any type of short yardage or run plays was perfect. They executed it perfectly. So, and then of course Henry. Once they got him going, I think that was a problem in the Kansas City game. I think they got away from it too soon.
I agree with that.
He was getting some good yards, and they were hemming him up a little bit in the third quarter. But I think they panicked a little bit when we got down by 11, and then we'll get down 18. Because you never know with him. I mean, he's a home run hitter.
That's
and
right.
He can go 1, 2, 1 for 4, 1 for 3, and then 1 for 70.
Yeah.
And that's your home run. So
It's just like a pass.
if you think about a couple of the Baltimore drives were really fast because he broke off 50, 60-yard runs. But I think the biggest difference in the Kansas City game was Mahomes. We didn't have him, and they did. And he's got those weapons on the outside, and those guys can get open. They're used to playing with him, obviously. And basically, once he got out of the pocket, which he's hard to contain because unlike Lamar Jackson, where Lamar Jackson tries, once he's out of the pocket, he's looking to throw downfield a little bit, but he's also trying to run. Mahomes is not doing that unless he absolutely has to. He's moving laterally so he can find somewhere to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And you can't ask DBs to guard somebody for 6 seconds.
And you can tell they practice that too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have like those, it's almost like a scramble drill where one of them takes off deep.
Well,
every
that's kind of how you're supposed to do it. What you do is when the quarterback starts scrambling, if he's coming to your side, then you come back to him out.
Yeah.
And then if you're on the backside, you're going deep.
Yeah.
And
he
that's
got
where
the
we got
arm.
busted. We got busted. He broke out, and our guys didn't follow the guy, and he threw it deep to him.
Well, the Titans are they're a really good program. They're a really good team when they're in the lead. But if they get behind by 14 or more, do you think that offense is set up to come back?
They've got the
I
weapons.
think it is. Yeah, we've come back. We came back in several games this year.
AJ
think-
Brown's a beast.
Yeah, I think it is because with Henry, you just don't know what he's. He could hit it. You could hand it off to him just for an off tackle play that goes 60.
Yeah.
I think part of the problem was we just gave up
missed tackles.
Missed tackles, yeah. That touchdown at the end of the first half killed us.
Yeah.
They should have knocked him out of bounds. They'd have held to a field goal there. And I also think, too, when we drove down there and got it on 4th down and we didn't go for it, I think that told Kansas City maybe a little bit, hey, they're a little worried about us. They're just trying to get some points right here.
Yeah.
I think if we'd have lined up and just gone for it, even if we didn't get it, it would have sent a message to them to say they're here to win this game.
Yeah, Tony Romo even said I'd be going for it right here.
I thought we would. I mean, you got Derrick Henry. He can get 3 or 4 yards. I mean, I think it was 4th and 3 maybe.
Especially, and the play action pass is what's helped them the most too with Henry back there. Tannehill's good enough. I mean, he's good enough where he can throw some darts when he needs to.
He can.
All right, here's the big question though. You got Tannehill's a free agent, and then you've got. I mean, do you kick the tires on Brady if he becomes a free agent?
Yes.
I mean,
here's the deal with Brady.
I mean, I understand. I mean, but he's 43 years old.
You know? Okay.
So what? Gordie Howe is 53.
He's kind of past his
Exactly.
prime.
He's really not, though. If you look at the stats this year.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so
He's better than Tannehill.
If you gave
You think
Tannehill Brady's stats this year, you'd be like, oh my God, he's a $50 million quarterback.
He's better than Tannehill.
Yeah. I think I'm glad I'm not making a decision.
Exactly.
I don't know if they could get Brady, but I think they could probably really get a strong push towards him. I think what you sell Brady is, look, you don't have to come in here, which is an odd sell. You're not going to have to come in here and be the backbone of this team. You're not going to have to carry this team on your back. We got that guy back here that's going to do that.
I mean, he's got a lot more weapons here than he
Who's
did.
who's the guy back here?
Derrick Henry. Yeah. And we've got, they've got the receiver he likes, Adam Humphries.
Yeah.
And they've got A.J. Brown. I think it would help Corey Davis, too, but
Delaney Walker will be coming back.
Delaney Walker and Jonnu Smith.
You think Walker will be back? I mean, I know
he says he's coming back. I don't know if he's coming back to the Titans.
I don't think so. I think they'll release him.
I think they're going to offer him the vet minimum, and he's either going to take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what. I don't know. I think you do. You kick the tires on Brady, and
Pump the brakes on
pump
this.
the brakes on this. Kick the tires.
Switch
pump
over
the
to
brakes. Because Tannehill had the best season he ever had.
Oh yeah, I agree. But it's a contract year. That's always scared me. That always scares me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, the same thing with Henry too. But
Yeah.
I think Henry's done it over the course of the end of last year and this whole year this year.
Yeah.
And the O-line is coming back, except for probably Conklin.
I don't know. I think they re-signed Conklin. I think they tried to get him on the cheap. Not like cheap it out, but I mean, I think they offered him. He could get more out of the free agency market. But I'm saying he might take the hometown discount to stay.
What's up with Taylor Lewan not getting holding penalties anymore?
Well, he stopped holding.
I wonder how he figured out to stop holding.
Well, I think his problem was he was pressing. I
Yeah.
think he was pressing when he came back. He's like, I gotta stand out. I gotta show him that this. And I think he stopped doing that. I think if I know Vrabel, I think he sat him down and probably said, look, you're good. You're really good. Just play your game.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this extra stuff you're trying to do or be this superstar. You just play your game and it'll come back to you. And that's what happened.
It would suck to be a Green Bay Packer fan right now.
Yeah.
You talk about a team that did not look like they wanted to be playing football.
I know.
Which was surprising.
Yeah.
They just got thoroughly pounded.
Aaron Rodgers is good, but his body language to me just drives me
He didn't look
nuts.
like he cared.
I just don't
He
think
didn't
he's a
look like he
leader.
cared.
I don't think he's a leader.
I don't either.
Brett Favre wouldn't have played like that. I
No.
guarantee you.
No.
I agree.
But
I think Rodgers is out for Rodgers, and I think it shows sometimes. I just don't think he's a very good leader for those guys.
he's out for State Farms.
He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I'm like
That was not a near Hall of Fame performance.
No.
I mean, I turned that game off at half. I was like, "There's no reason
It was
to
a
watch
it was a
this.
boring
It
game.
sucks."
I mean, when you're the opposite quarterback, those 8 passes the whole game, that's nuts. I mean, God.
We Tannehill.
Yeah.
You are listening live to Highland Sports here in the beautiful Notre Dame Room in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you for joining us. Now,
It used to be the Tennessee room.
you can watch this on YouTube
Yes.
on our. Willie, tell us about the YouTube channel.
It's a brand new YouTube channel. We've just got it. It's been up now for a few weeks, but we just got some good content on there.
I'll tell you what. Let's get Chris. Do you have YouTube on your phone?
I do.
Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel? Willie, tell Chris how to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
All right.
In words.
You mean Russ?
For Russ, I'm sorry.
You go to the YouTube
Sorry,
app.
Chris.
I'm on the YouTube app.
Okay. Then you hit the little search button at the top,
Done that.
and then type in High on Sports. And you should see our logo, and then you'll see our videos. All of the Swamp Stadium series is on there, and get a chance to subscribe. Is it not full enough?
Uh-oh. Well, let me try it on my phone.
Is it together, High on Sports?
No, I don't think so.
So who's going to win the Super Bowl? You got the Chiefs and you got the 49ers.
The Chiefs right now are like a 2-point favorite, 2.5-point favorite. It's something really small. I think that's going to be a really good game.
I think it's going to be a good game, too. I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs, and here's why. Because they've already played the 49ers. Because they played them last weekend.
Yeah.
And I mean, by that I mean they played that
the
style.
run game.
They played the Titans, and they, no. I don't think San Francisco has a better running back than we have.
No.
The quarterback, I don't either. So, but their defense is probably a little bit better.
Their defense
They got a
is-
better pass rush.
Yes,
than we do.
that.
That's where we hurt too. But
Speaking of defense, they lost 2 defensive coaches. Their defensive backs coach is going to be the new defensive coordinator at Ohio State, and Dean Pease retired. Didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either. That was
How old is he?
He's like 72,
yeah. He's up
70, something like that.
I was kind of surprised that he retired as well.
No, I thought he'd make one more run at it, but you can't. I mean, he's been in the league for 30 some odd years. I mean, he's done everything you can do.
I wonder if he was grooming somebody on the staff and
They say
they
the.
felt comfortable.
I don't know the guy's name. They were talking about it on the radio yesterday. The inside linebackers coach. He's 30 years old and said he's going to be a DC in this league sometime. But they go ahead and. I heard Romeo Cornell's name. He got fired by the Texans.
Wade Phillips.
Wade, I think.
I haven't heard Marvin Lewis.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, Marvin Lewis was a good
would be
D coordinator.
great. Yeah, he'd be great.
Yeah, no, he's just boring. But as far as the Super Bowl goes, me being a Raiders fan, I cannot pull for the Chiefs. I like Patrick Mahomes. I like him a lot. And I'm not. I mean, think about it. It's the Raiders' worst nightmare. Raiders fans' worst nightmare. You got San Francisco, which used to be in the same city.
Right.
Which is the only dog left in town now.
Yeah, and then you got the Chiefs. I mean, you can't. I don't know who to cheer for.
That's not us.
I'm going to cheer for no.
Okay.
Anyway,
We'll have to
we'll figure it out during the break, and then we'll come tell you. But it is. We do have about 14 videos up right now. We're going to put more. We're going to start recording our podcast episodes and putting those on there. So if you can't listen to the podcast on iTunes or anything like that, you can go to YouTube and watch us while we record the show.
It's sort of like a behind the scenes, even though you're really not behind the scenes. You're in front of the scenes.
Are we gonna do individual interviews as well, like after the show? Like, so how was the show?
Like in a room, by yourself.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know what Chris was doing. I don't know what.
Where was Willie today? I don't know where Willie was. Where was Willie's mind? I don't know.
That's right.
I can't believe he wore the Toronto Maple Leafs hat.
I love those behind the musics when they do that. They're like, I don't know what he was playing today. He was awful.
You knew
His
something
song
was wrong, but you just couldn't. I couldn't put a finger on it.
Yeah. Russ didn't just bring the juice today.
No. Where was his enthusiasm?
All right. Anything else about the NFL? It's been around for a long time.
I bought one thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The Baylor coach goes to the Carolina Panthers. That's they had a lot of faith in that guy.
Yeah. Hey, you see what that $7 million a year plus a whole bonuses could reach into $10 million a year. That's
Why
crazy.
are they paying these? I mean, that's more than the coach.
That's terrible.
Like,
There's this
Super Bowl
something that
coaches are making.
And the Giants wanted him because he's a New York guy.
Do you know?
They drug their feet.
Yeah. Do you know he was about to get on the plane and he called the Giants, or his agent called the Giants and said, "You match Carolina's offer and we'll cancel this flight and fly to New York."
The Giants
They
said
wouldn't
no.
do it. So
They didn't say anything.
yeah, they didn't. They didn't answer. So
They didn't respond at all.
No.
Somebody just missed the call.
No, they didn't take it.
Like, like you look at
They
your phone,
said
They
like,
didn't
that
take
time.
it seriously, I guess, is the
Yeah.
fairest thing
they
to
look at
say.
their phone like one missed call. And I'll listen to it later. Voicemail. Well, you can have me if you match. Oh,
I think the Cowboys got a good coach. I like McCarthy.
Yeah.
he's kind of plain Jane though.
Yeah, but I mean, I think
He
he can
maybe
do
got
well.
more out of Aaron Rodgers than
Yeah,
obviously the guy.
But he's used to
I mean, these
coaching
coaches
stars.
look so young now.
yeah.
You watch
That's true.
that just made me feel crappy. That's why I got a pipe.
He also brought the LSU passing coordinator as his
Yeah.
offensive coordinator. You talking about looking young? That guy looks like he just graduated from high school.
You talking about the Carolina coach, right?
Yeah, the Carolina coach. Yeah. That'll be interesting to see.
What's his name? Matt Rule. Matt Rule.
Matt Rule.
Matt Rule.
Rule.
Speaking of coaches, I got to give it up for Vrabel. Vrabel never looks like he gets flustered. He doesn't like go off on his guys. He
No.
seems to always have a calmness about it.
One guy said they lost because he shaved his stash.
No, I know why we
For the
lost. I'll tell you why.
Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Mahomes.
So, 2 Thursdays ago,
Mahomes and all.
stop. There's no need for that.
Get it?
No.
So, the Thursday before the Baltimore game, I'm walking into the corner pub in Green Hills.
No,
No,
not you.
that's a
Yeah.
shock.
I'm going, but I
Sure
never.
it wasn't the why?
I was after the one. So, but I never go in the inside in the back way. There's a back door. obviously. So I couldn't find a parking spot out front, so I went around the back. So I parked there, and I'm going out. Guess what I see? I'm going in. Guess who's coming out?
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Of the corner pub?
Yeah.
So he was drunk?
No, he was getting to go. He always does that.
Newsflash.
Yeah. So I said, "Hey, coach."
Didn't he get busted for that before?
We get the breaking
I don't
news.
think so.
sound.
So I say, "Hey, coach. Good luck." He goes,
Oh.
"Thanks, man."
Oh, God.
Well, my
You were
buddy decided to go
yesterday.
somewhere else the next Thursday, so I didn't get to see Vrabel and say good luck. So that's why we lost.
So he always goes to the corner pub on Thursday to get something to
He's
do?
there some. He's usually in the off season. His son plays baseball at Father Ryan, so he will after a game they'll come in there.
They have good food at the corner pub.
Yeah.
I've never eaten
Real
there.
good.
Yeah, we have. Didn't we eat at a corner pub once?
Yeah, we
For
ate
lunch.
down there for lunch.
That was one in Midtown.
Yeah, well that's true. It's not owned by the same people, but it's same food. Yeah, they got really good stuff. It's they got a good club sandwich. They got good chicken sandwiches and
You're welcome, corner pub.
Yeah.
How's their tilapia?
tilapia. They don't have tilapia. They do have mahi though.
Ooh, interesting.
sandwiches, and you can also
Music
get it on
City mahi
fish
mahi.
taco.
Nice.
They've just started spaghetti and meatballs, so they can do that as well.
That's a tough one to get right.
Yeah. Shut up.
Chris Russ brought to you in part by the corner pub. They
That's
don't know
right.
it yet.
He's sponsored.
Sponsored by the Corner Pub in Green Hills, the original Corner
You
Pub.
need to steal you a bucket and put it in front of you.
One
so-
also location in the nations on 51st Avenue.
Wow,
That's the church?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
that's
like
weird.
St. Peter's gonna have something to say about that.
It's not a Catholic church, though.
That used to be the strip club.
No.
In a church?
Yeah.
No, no, no,
I
no.
think more than St. Peter's going to
No,
have something to say
no,
about
no, no,
that.
no. That's the one downtown you're thinking about. The
Yeah.
church where all the strippers went
Yeah.
to late night. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never been
that's-
there, maybe once or twice.
Could y'all come over here and sell this bench, please?
So, oh, you got to hear it. You'll love this night. So, I'm going into the underground, and we're walking up. We had to go through the
That just doesn't sound good.
metal detectors or whatever. And there's this lady on the other side. She's holding up a sign that says, "Catholic is not a religion." I'm like, that's nice. I wanted to go argue with her, but I was like, no.
What is it then? What was she calling it?
I forgot. She's
Cult.
basically saying it's, yeah,
It's a
like
cult.
a cult or,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Lifestyle.
Give me a break. I'm not even Catholic, and I think that's stupid.
That is stupid. Anyway, that's all I got for now.
I'm a devout Catholic.
So the Titans have
Just because you like Notre Dame does not make you devout Catholic.
the Titans have the
Right there.
29th pick.
Yeah.
Who do you think they go for?
They're going to do one. Yeah, they're going to trade up to get Burrow.
Every team's
They're going to
trying
pull a
get
Dickham
Burrow.
package their whole draft and get Joe Burrow. I don't know right now. They're probably
They
going
need
to
pass
go.
rush.
They're probably going to go rush. Edge rusher, outside linebacker, edge rusher. They talked about Darrell Taylor from Tennessee possibly, but I don't know that
Not in
he'll.
the first round.
I don't think he's a first rounder. That's what they need now.
Maybe
Pickett-
offensive line.
picking so far back in the draft, it may be that
You just go best on the
best
board.
of on the board if that's not available at your, what you're rating them at that point. Because you probably can get that in the second round too. But if there's somebody available that's really good and they have them first round grade, I think they're going to go to edge rush. That's what we need. I mean, that's our glaring weakness is at times we cannot get to the quarterback.
Yeah, now that
You know,
was
like all
without
day
a blitz.
Sunday.
yeah.
When you play somebody like Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, you got to be able to get to him sometimes with 4 people.
Did
Yeah.
anybody have any idea that Patrick Mahomes would be that good coming out of Texas Tech?
No,
No,
no.
not this.
Not
good.
this
But I think it really helped him sit a year. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't
Same way with
play.
Lamar Jackson. I mean, he was decent at Louisville. He wasn't.
He won the
He only won the
Heisman.
Heisman. I mean,
Oh,
he was
he
He came
did?
in second the next year.
Yeah, he just
Oh,
won.
I'm
He just
sorry.
won the Heisman, but he's decent.
I just started watching football last year. That was before I started watching football. I was watching
Like
Canadian football.
that Baltimore game had 5 Heisman Trophy winners.
Yeah.
Most of them were on the bench, but you had Lamar Jackson playing quarterback, Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, Mariota, Robert Griffin III. And who was that? Was that
That was
5?
5, yeah.
Okay.
Where's Mariota going to
Rumor has it Chicago possibly.
end up?
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I've heard Seattle too as a backup.
Backup.
Russell
I think he's going to be a backup. It wouldn't be a bad idea for him to be a backup to somebody like Russell Wilson for a few years.
Yeah.
And then maybe try to step in.
Maybe you can get some arm strength. All right, we got to take a break. We're way over on this portion of the show. How Sports brought to you in part by Mediocre Records and Broadcasting. We're going to take a little break here, play some nice music, and we'll be back after this.
We need to talk about that fight.
Oh, the basketball. Yeah,
Kansas
that's in the
Pride.
free-for-all
Okay.
segment. Hello, YouTube watchers.
We can't find it on
This
Oh,
this.
is-
yeah, Willie, go try to find that.
This is something you don't get on the podcast, but this is us behind the scenes in between segments. Really don't do much. It's kind of boring, but hey, we're here, so
Yeah.
you get to see it. But we'll come back in just a minute with our second segment, which is going to be what, NHL hockey.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Why are you yelling at them? Jesus, they're just right there.
Well, the microphone on that camera is not the best, so we'll
I got to do some editing here real fast.
I can't find it.
we'll come back with the second segment, and we'll see y'all in a little bit.
Are you
Swamp Muscle there.
Yeah.
That'll be a
Yeah.
B-side. I don't think that's what's going to make the money. But there's a,
Sometimes the B-side makes the money.
sometimes the B-side sads for
Beautiful.
back again. I'll tell you, he's not back again as the Nashville Predators. As let's see, what is tonight? What's their next game, Russ? Come on.
Monday.
Well, yeah, the All-Star weekend.
Yeah, it's All-Star Week.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
they play Monday against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Against my Toronto Maple Leafs.
Here we go.
You've
They're
never
all
been-
Maple Leafs fans
Have you ever
now.
been to Toronto?
I have been to Toronto.
Who's their coach?
Yes, so don't give me that.
Yeah,
I've
who's
not
their
been to
coach?
Toronto. I don't know that guy's name. He was the Marlies coach. I know that much. I don't know his name. Oh, he's not a very big name.
Yeah.
A lot of the big names aren't there anymore. As the Titans, the Preds coach, Lavalette, who
He hadn't landed anywhere yet either, has he?
No.
I didn't. I wouldn't. I would thought that he might have gone to the Devils. That
Like
was
a trade?
that. No, that was. I thought he was going to go to the Devils before the Preds hired the Devils coach. I thought that Lavalette would end up with the Devils.
Has there ever been a coach trade? That would have been cool.
There might as well be. They're
We'll just
dropping like
trade.
flies.
We'll just trade.
Well, yeah, there has been in football. The Raiders and the Buccaneers did it.
That's true. Well, not in season though.
No.
After the season, they
Yeah,
trade.
I don't know if you do that in the season.
Hockey's the one sport, I guess, that where you just, if you're not playing that good a good stretch and the vibe's not there, it's like, all right, coach, see you later.
Yeah.
Bring somebody else in there, give us
It's,
some
well, it's
fresh
such
ideas.
a long season, though.
It's a long season, and I guess you don't have to change. The philosophies are I don't want to say similar, but they can be close enough that you can do something like that. Versus like football, you couldn't. Football would be difficult to fire somebody and bring in a completely different coach that's not there because of the verbiage and the.
Yeah, it's a whole different game.
Well,
Systems.
somehow right now, the hockey coaches, when they get fired, there is a lot of information going out about how much of an asshole they are.
True.
Like Mike Babcock. Nobody ever
Yeah.
heard that about Mike Babcock because he was like, what, Team Canada's coach for a couple of years?
Yeah.
He was the man at Detroit, and now who's going to hire him?
Yeah.
And he's a great coach. It's who the Preds should have hired.
He's been blackballed.
Blackball. No,
What's
that's
his-
Bill Peters. He'll never coach again,
No.
which that's fine.
Yeah, he's
These
not a
are
good, but he's not
old
Mike
school
Babcock.
coaches too. Aren't they?
He hasn't won 700 something games.
No. But it'll be interesting to see where Mike Babcock lands, you know.
I say he gets a job in Dixie.
Yeah, you know, Winnipeg's struggle.
Yeah.
That's a struggle. That could be an opening job. Who else would be open?
What about San Jose?
What about
Maybe.
that? What about Vegas?
Vegas, I was going to say, yeah.
What about that?
I can't believe that the Vegas coach hadn't gotten picked up by
I
somebody.
mean, how does that happen? Or just out of the blue, he's out.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
They're in the wild card. I mean, they're in
Vegas.
the last spot in the wild card, but I mean, it's not
There
like
must
the
be something
Preds.
behind
The
They're
owner really wanted DeBoer, obviously.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something
absolutely.
behind the scenes there. Because it's...
Yeah, that is a weird move.
Yeah.
When you're, that's just one of those things. Though they hit a slow stretch, and it's like
They panic.
they panic a little bit, and it's like, well, we got to bring somebody else in. This is not working for us.
And DeBoer's a pretty big name.
Do you think? Do you think what St. Louis did last year has anything to do with? I mean, there was at the time they fired Laviolette, there were 6 coaches already fired. Yeah, I think he made 7.
Yeah.
That's a lot of coaches in one season. You usually have a couple, but really?
Yeah.
Do you think that because of what St. Louis did last year, they fired their coach right in January? Wasn't this time last year, a little sooner than this, but
Came back and won the cup.
came back and won the cup.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sure that's what everybody's hoping, obviously.
Yeah, that I don't know if that works too many times, works out like that. But speaking of St. Louis, that's where the All-Star game is. Can it be in a worse city? I'm not a
I
big
can
St.
think of a
Louis
few. I can think of Winnipeg would probably suck.
Dallas.
Calgary's supposed to be nice.
Is it?
Yeah. Edmonton's great. Vancouver sucks. The arena sucks, not the town. But yeah, St. Louis.
I just think it's a boring.
You know, that's a city, and no offense to anybody, I don't care. But we've been to a lot of cities, and that's just one city I do not like.
St. Louis?
Yeah,
I don't
I
either.
don't
I've
like
been there
St.
several
Louis,
times.
and I don't like Baltimore.
I had Baltimore.
Baltimore's a whole.
I love
Yeah.
Detroit. I love Pittsburgh. I love New York. But St. Louis
Matt.
and Baltimore,
I had some friends that went to college in St. Louis. They really liked it up there.
well, there's probably parts that we don't see. I mean, we see the obvious parts.
Right.
Austin Matthews, by the way, is out of the All-Star game
What have the Cardinals?
with a wrist injury.
Which is fine. Doesn't matter.
No, you like the 3-on-3 format of the All-Star game?
I'm not going to watch it, so I don't care. I mean,
Why?
I just don't. I've never watched the NHL.
I think-
I don't watch any of the All-Star games.
I
to
think
be honest with
it's not bad because
The best part of that is the skills competition
Yeah,
the night before.
I agree. It's kind of like the NBA All-Star game. It's
Yeah,
like
the
really the
game's
dunk
nothing.
contest, all that stuff's more fun than. I think you do the 3-on-3 because it's faster, it's less potential for injury,
Mhm.
and you can shorten it up, and it's more. They've got teams instead of
Yeah.
one against the other.
Yeah, I like the format, but I'm like you, Knight. I probably won't watch the game. I will watch the skills thing. I think that's pretty cool.
I like to see who can shoot the puck the fastest. That's the
Yeah.
best.
There's breaking news out of Philadelphia that the mascot
Gritty.
has allegedly punched a 13-year-old or something.
Nice. Hey, it's Philly.
Yeah, I mean-
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The 13-year-old's probably like, yeah, come here, mascot,
Yeah.
you little mother.
Yeah, I guarantee you the 13-year-old brought it on.
Yeah.
So
It's Philly, hell. That's
I had a buddy-
normal for them.
Yeah, I had a buddy one time that got in a fight with Big Al at Alabama. He was raging on Big Al. Lost a fence.
Big Al's like, "Come here, city boy."
show you how it's done.
So the Predators, I'll go Monday. I haven't been to a game in like 3 months, so
It's been a couple months for me too.
I might go.
The Titan Mania is kind of got a
that
hold
was,
of
yeah,
me.
that was interesting.
That was a lot of energy I had to, each week concentrating.
And you just can't get a lot of energy from what the Preds have been doing.
No.
lately.
Well,
All right. The Preds need goaltending the most.
I've said that for a long time.
I mean, Pekka is way past his prime. Bless you. And
Thank you.
Soros is just not what everybody thought he was.
no.
he's Soros.
Yes, yeah, sorry. But and then they need to get younger. It's hard to believe 3 or 4 years ago they were one of the youngest teams in the league. Now they're the oldest team in the league. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, from what I mean, I'm not a professional hockey guy, but anyways, I watch a lot of it, but I don't know the ins and outs of hockey. But I will say this about the Preds franchise: when you play in a city like Nashville, and you're celebrities, and there's so much else going on other than the hockey, like the wine tasting and the freaking fashion shows.
2 for 1.
It's a hockey team.
2 for 1.
They have Kathy Lee Gifford sitting at the pregame drinking wine. It's a hockey team. And these players are now turned into divas. They're not hockey players anymore. They're Nashville celebrities because everything's Nashville.
Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, are you doing like a Marshall type thing?
No, man.
You're just whining. Quit whining.
I'm not whining. I'm just breaking it down.
If they were number 1 in the standings right now, we wouldn't be hearing this.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
For him,
I've been pissed for a while.
Yeah, remember they changed the music.
Yeah.
He's been mad.
Yeah, they went right back.
I don't care.
They went right
I
back.
don't care. Somebody had that stupid idea. Then I'm not supporting it. But anyways, by the way, you can watch me and the producer in Detroit at one of our Swamp Stadium series.
Exactly. You can do that online.
A real, if you can find it.
On our website, www.highonsports.org.
That Little Caesars Arena. None of us ate Little Caesars while we were there. Surprisingly.
Did they have it in the arena?
Is that the pizza
There was
of
like one
choice?
small place that had it. No, they had it everywhere.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You can get a whole pizza for like $5.
Yeah.
Like you holler.
Very happy with Detroit. Very happy with the arena. Very happy with the people that work there. Who, I don't know if it's like that in Nashville or not. I know our guy at our section's like DEFCON 6. He's looking for somebody to screw up. He's not helping anybody find their seat.
No. And he won't let you down. Either.
No, he won't let you down. But
It's like
Detroit, the guy was like, "Congratulations, you're down there on the glass," which we didn't know that before we got there. So that was.
That's cool. You did have good seats.
We weren't
Yeah.
right on the glass. We were on the second row.
Well, those pretty expensive.
No, it's $70.
Really?
Wow.
Mhm.
You can't get under
That's
150 in Nashville. Near
But
the
the
glass.
thing is that spoiled me because that is the best spot above the goalie, looking the whole length of the ice to watch hockey. I mean, it's fast. You see how intense. You can feel how intense it is. And for all the dumbasses that keep putting their cell phones on the glass, they're going to break.
Or their beers.
Or the beers. Yeah, there was this one girl who phone kept falling down. She's like, "How that happen?"
Did somebody hit it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit's hitting hard because they don't have anything else to play for. So
They're a young
That's
team,
true.
though. They'll come back.
they're sort of young and they're sort of old, actually. Jimmy Howard's like 150.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you think Poyle's losing his touch a little bit?
yeah, I do. I think his run's about over.
He's never won a Stanley Cup, right?
Nope.
No. It doesn't look like he's going to win one. We'll see.
You know, the
You
Matt
never know.
Duch-
They
the,
could come back.
the Matt Duchene thing is, that makes sense. That would be a good hockey pick. But that's what I'm saying. When a hockey player comes to Nashville, different things happen.
Yeah.
They're put more into celebrity status. Hey, I want to do country music. I'm coming to Nashville. I'm gonna wear my cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And the hockey sort of just goes aside. You don't see that happen in Winnipeg. I mean, when you're in Winnipeg, you're a hockey player, a hockey god.
Did getting rid of Subban, did that hurt more than everybody thought it would?
I think it did.
It looks like it is
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
I
yeah.
think it did.
I mean, Yossi's good, and so is, but not Arvidsson. What's the other?
I think he brought
defenseman's
some.
name?
I think he brought some energy to the
Johansson?
locker room.
No.
I don't like Johansson. He needs to go.
He's just
Joey?
not.
Yeah, he's not playing well at all.
I think
The
Sim-
Joe Fallon's not playing well at all. Well, first of all, they're not together anymore.
Arvidsson's not playing good
No.
at all.
Well, Arvidsson, you just push him around. He's
Yeah.
too small. You just push him around. That's all you got to do.
It's like he's lost a step.
The thing about Subban is that Subban brought an excitement. I think Subban brought a lot of people to the hockey
I
game
do.
just to see him.
Yeah.
And for me, trying to sell tickets, nobody buys them. Didn't have that problem last year when he was here. He is a celebrity, and I was sort of hard on him about that because he is all about Subban.
Yeah.
But I think he made the team better when he was here.
I agree.
And to have Ryan Ellis and Roman Yossi's is never. I mean, he's great.
He's a good player, but yeah,
he's not
boring.
a captain.
No,
He's not a
I agree
captain.
with that.
I don't think we've been doing well since he's been captain.
Yeah, well,
We lost
I think
once
it's pretty
Fisher was
obvious.
gone.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. He's just not a leader. I mean, he might be a great teammate, great in the locker room, but he doesn't seem to me on the ice.
You never
He's
see him
not a
yelling. You
leader.
never see him getting in the face of the
Yeah.
refs. That's what the captain's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if he doesn't know a lot of English or what.
No, he knows.
He knows English.
Why'd you meet with the corner pub?
As a matter of fact, I did. We had a couple cold beers.
But
The last time I was at the corner pub, Neil O'Donnell was there.
He's there all the
I
time.
know.
We see him every Thursday.
I had a friend cut down some trees for Neil O'Donnell.
I got the best Neil O'Donnell stories. We were, it's about probably 6 months ago. We were hanging out in there.
Quit chiefing the pie.
Yeah, somebody parked a Bentley outside of the corner pub. So we're all just kind of making fun of it. Whose Bentley is it? I was like, my Bentley this, and somebody else was like, my Bentley this, and Bill was like, you want to see a picture of my Bentley? I'd never drive it down here. I'm like, okay. And he gets his phone out, and he's like, look, here's my Bentley. I'm sitting here in Illinois going, okay, that's nice. That's a nice Bentley. Ooh, convertible. That's very nice. Why don't you drive it down here one time so we can go ride in it?
Exactly.
So whose Bentley was it?
Yeah,
We never found out whose it was.
No.
It wasn't his, he said, because he doesn't bring it to the corner pub. And then, like 2 weeks later, he got out of his Bentley at the corner pub. I'm like, no, I didn't think you brought it here. Oh, just this one time. He's actually really nice. He talks to us about it.
So who are your favorites for running towards the Stanley Cup?
Boston, as much as I hate to say it,
Yep.
they're really good. I mean, they're really good. I do like Pasternak. I hate the Bruins as a team, but I like Pasternak.
Yeah.
And for the West, man, I don't know. It's not the Blues. I don't think they're going to repeat.
No.
I like Colorado.
Mm,
We'll
they got a
see.
chance.
Anytime you got McDavid, you got a chance.
It's the Blues. It's the Bruins to lose.
Yeah, yeah. They should have won it last year. I mean, the Blues just had that it last year. I mean, it was destiny for them. But I don't know out of the West. There's about 4 or 5 teams out of the West that can go.
The Bruins have stability.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not much that's been changing.
they remind me of the Blackhawks when the Blackhawks were.
Too white that.
You know when the Blackhawks were making their run,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
back in the early 2010s.
2 teams.
They that's who the Bruins remind me of. It's just they
Double
just
deuce
keep
tens.
going. I mean, you can't stop them.
You got to be relentless.
Yeah, that's
And
what they
they're
are.
relentless.
And
they
they've got
some
that
really
great
good
mix of
players.
personnel. They got Pasternak, who's great. You got Marchand, who you hate.
You hate him, but unless he's on your team. Yeah. But and they do got some good sweaters though.
The
One of
Bruins,
the best uniforms in the league, I think.
They're all right.
I mean, they're good. The white one's better than the black one.
I agree with that. But I've always
I
liked
do
that
like the
logo.
white one. The white one's nice.
Just because of the rig. Where's the white one?
The Rick. My name's Rick, but everybody calls me the Rick.
I haven't seen the Rick in a while.
He was
had a few
on-
commercials
he
here and
was
there, like
on-
6 months ago, but I haven't seen him. Is he back?
No.
Yeah.
I just think about
The Rick.
The Rick.
that. Was it a casual Friday here, Willie?
That's exactly right. How about the camera shot, though?
Getting the camera shot, Willis.
Anything else about hockey that get you go?
I'll just go ahead and say right now,
I like the Islanders.
Preds the last wild card spot.
I don't know why it keeps going on.
They got to run.
But, I mean, I hope they do. I mean, it's just like the Titans. Get in the tournament. You never
Get
know
in the
what's going to
tournament. That's what they did a couple years ago. Got in the
I
tournament.
don't see them going on a run.
If I had to bet on it, I'd say they won't.
I don't see them going on a run.
Well-
I think there's too much bad body language. And I don't see how a guy that's got fired from the Devils is going to come over here and change the whole mentality of the team.
I think if you don't see them in the playoffs, that's going to be a whole different team next year, as far as the
Oh, I
roster
think it's
goes.
gonna-
Oh, I agree. I think they have to blow it up a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to have a fire sale.
As a matter of fact, if you hear the barking outside, that's BR, and he's very angry about the hockey team right
Yeah, he's not a
He
fan
told
of
me
the
that
Reds
when I
right
came
now.
in.
now. Yeah,
He's upset.
He only one he likes is he likes Soros. He likes Soros.
Yeah.
He likes Soros. 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 He likes Soros.
No, that's about all I have on hockey right now.
Oh,
all I
yeah,
got.
well,
It is All-Star Weekend, so there's not any games until Monday.
actually, there's
Real
games
game.
tonight, actually.
Is there?
Yeah. Detroit's playing Columbus at 8, and there's another game. Jets and Detroit's playing.
Jets, Blue Jackets, Wild, Red Wings, 7 p.m. NBC.
Yeah.
Sports.
So.
The Jets and the Blue Jackets are on Fox.
That is.
All right, folks, we're going to take our last break, and then we'll have a little longer segment coming up, a free fall, whatever we want to talk about. These can last a long time. So we're going to go ahead and get the break out of the way. You're listening to Highland Sports.
Hello, YouTubers. In between segments again?
So what happened with your phone? Is it dead?
No. It's I don't know. I think it's the Wi-Fi. It just keeps. It's done that 4 or 5 times. I've had to restart it. There's going to be a whole bunch of files I'm going to send you. Russ is on Tinder over here. Doing Tinder while we're on the break.
Is it Tinder?
Swipe
No,
left,
just Facebook.
swipe right.
No, so it's 2 friends of mine. We're not recording them.
We are on video.
It's 2 friends of mine that got married right out of college. I went to high school, both of them.
Brenda and Eddie, Popular Steadies, and the King and the Queen of the Prom.
Shut up. Anyway,
Tell me that song, and I'll give you $1.
it appears that maybe she got divorced and has got a new boyfriend. But I just saw them, I thought, like in the fall, together.
All right, folks, you're hearing it first. Highland Sports YouTube channel. It's breaking news, domestic news.
Well,
I'm gonna turn it off though. Some good old swamp right there.
it's 8675309.
Of course, this is our first show of 2020, and we took a little break, which was good. The people above us said that we needed to take a break.
Recharge the battery.
We had to recharge a little bit.
Yeah. So, free for all. What's on your mind?
Well, the Oakland Raiders today officially became the Las Vegas Raiders.
How do you feel about that?
I'm indifferent to it. I mean, I'm glad they're getting a new stadium. That stadium is sweet.
Yeah,
I mean,
It is
it
nice.
is cool. But, I mean, they're always going to be Oakland Raiders. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just what they're supposed to be.
They're going to
be the Las Vegas
Raiders.
They'll always be the Oakland Raiders in my heart.
Well, they were the Los Angeles Raiders at one time.
Yeah, that didn't sound bad either. I didn't mind that. I actually
just
went
don't
and
know
saw them
why-
play
why-
when they were in Los Angeles.
Why would Oakland not step up?
Because they didn't think they would move. I mean,
They already moved once.
yeah, but I mean, this time they didn't think they would do it again. They really didn't. They thought, we're gonna him haul around, not do anything, and they're gonna because they thought that Mark Davis didn't have anybody that could financially back him. So they were like, yeah, go ahead, move. We'll try it. And he's like, okay, I'm telling you, I'm gonna find somebody.
Well, the worst thing for them too was that Vegas. The NFL probably wanted a team in Vegas, and that's
Yeah.
easier than putting an expansion team there.
Yeah.
That's the perfect team to put there, though, with the
Oh,
Raider,
yeah.
the black.
Yeah.
It's sort of the bad guy.
Yeah, I
Speaking-
just hope they don't change the uniform up at all. I
They
don't
should.
think
They
will.
should do it the same.
I mean, it's a classic.
Unless they wear all black pants.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Speaking of Vegas, did y'all see what they're gonna do with the draft?
Yeah,
They're putting the main
Bellagio.
stage in the fountain at the Bellagio. They're gonna drive a pontoon boat up with a. It sounds neat, but it could be disastrous.
Yeah.
300-pound guy gets up there and offsets the pontoon like, oh!
What if they're out in the middle and the
Chase Young is falling
battery-
into
the battery
Chase Young is
dies?
falling into.
Yeah, it could go bad. I'm sure they have plenty of backups for this.
Oh,
if it
yeah.
happens, but
That's weird though. I would think they would make like a ramp.
they do have two. If you
pathway.
look at it from above, I saw a picture. They do have 2 ramps on
Do they?
the outer parts. I mean, you probably won't be able to see them unless you're
Well,
above it.
I'm wondering too where they're going to put the crowd. I mean, that's not a. That's
It's-
inside the area. I mean, you could put a decent amount of people, but not like you could in Nashville.
No, it'll be different. But I think they said they could hold about 3,000 right there.
3,000,
And Nashville had what?
600,000.
Yeah. I mean, 3,000 right in that little area right in front of the
Right.
stage.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're going to have that whole area behind it, but it's not going to be close enough to see the stage. They'll do it like they did Nashville. They'll put screens everywhere for people to watch.
Well, that's true.
All down the strip.
But
I'm surprised they're not trying to do it down the strip. I think I heard somebody say Vegas didn't want them to do that.
Yeah.
To disrupt the strip.
yeah,
Well, it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be a great weekend. I might try it one of these weekends to go to a Knights game and a Raiders game
Yeah.
all in one spell sweep.
Do
That'd
some
be pretty
gambling?
awesome. I'm not going to gamble. I don't have any money to
No blackjack? Craps?
I don't have any money to gamble
Really?
either, but that's why they call it
gamble.
gambling.
I'll do some prime rib, I'll tell you that. I'll do some prime rib, maybe some mountain biking.
You know what? It's not as cheap as it used to be there either.
Yeah, it used to be cheap. That's
You
what
could
y'all
go
always
out there
heard.
and get like a. I went out there one time. I got a prime rib buffet with pretty good prime rib. I mean, not the best. But
Yeah.
2-for-1 prostitutes. That
Yeah.
day's over.
those are good. I bet that was. It was like $10.
Wayne Newton
Yeah.
show you can't get in there for under 50.
No.
Would you? I mean, really going to go see Wayne Newton?
Yeah.
I would if I went to Vegas. Yeah.
No, you got to go see Wayne Newton
You
if you
gotta
go to
go see-
Vegas.
You can still get cheap stuff if you go to the old hotels and casinos.
You gotta go see W. Kenley. Is Tom Jones still alive? Is he out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta go see
Aerosmith's out
TJ.
there.
I'll pass on that.
And what's her name? The old country lady.
Britney Spears.
No,
Brenda Allen.
Oh, Celine Dion.
Brenda Lee.
Celine Dion.
She's not country.
No, Brenda.
though.
Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee's in
Not bad.
Antioch, I think.
Oh, okay. What?
She lives
Shania
in-
Twain.
Shania Twain.
She lives in
There
the
you go.
Woodbine area. Shania Twain, yeah. The Ojibwe. That's the.
The Ojibwe. What is that?
That was the Indian tribe that she was from.
Oh, okay.
And I knew that because when we used to go fishing up in Canada, our guides are Ojibwe Indians.
And they would say Shania was one of ours.
They would no, they didn't know who she was. They said that they were the coolest people. Though I loved those guys. They were awesome. And they would speaking of it, the maple leaves. After we go fishing, we go eat at the main cabin there. They'd all get in one cabin and get totally annihilated, and they were watching the maple leaves just yelling.
Nice.
That would be fun.
And you could hear it through the whole woods. Like you know when somebody scored. So
That's cool.
yeah, the Ojibways.
They get TV all the way up there? Or they listen to it on the radio?
I'm sure they're all like hunkered down with a fire by the radio. No,
Yeah.
they had TV. Come on, this was
Black and white TV.
Yeah, and they were watching Hockey Night in Canada.
So you got anything good on Netflix lately?
I've watched Occupied, which is like in it's Norwegian or something. You got to read the subtitles. It's hard to eat.
No, I can't do
It's
that.
hard to eat when those shows are on.
Yeah. Narcos, I like Narcos with the subtitles on.
Yeah, Narcos died though when what's his name went away.
Oh, there we go. Spoiler alert.
Well, no, you
No,
know how it ends. It's worldwide.
That's the second season. He
Yeah,
lives, right?
yeah.
And then
The
they-
third season's I like the Mexican season.
Darth
That was
Vader
pretty
is Luke
good.
Skywalker's dad.
Is El Chapo in Narcos? He's
Uh,
not in Narcos.
He's one of the, towards the end where they're eliminating the other ones, he's kind of stepping up and he gets them the tunnel under into the United States and does all
El
that.
Chapo's the bomb.
But he wasn't big back then.
You know it's
He's a Tijuana fan.
you, how do you know that?
Because he had a Tijuana shirt on.
Well, they
When I
chased
saw
him
him
down.
in an old, yeah, it was an old picture.
Because he's from, I don't know what, I think Guadalajara would be the closest. Guadalajara, I think, is where he
He's
was
from that.
arrested.
He's from that.
He's
Yeah,
from that
he's
area.
from that area. That's where the.
Sinaloa is
Yeah.
where he's from. It was cool though. They wouldn't let El Chapo outside at the prison in Manhattan because they were scared somebody's going to swoop down
And get him
in a helicopter. That'd have been awesome.
That'd have been
And
cool.
that was
Wow.
Houston and I were there when
with
they
a
were-
magnet too. That'd have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been awesome to get that on one of our stadium series.
Like the Zapruder film.
There goes El Chapo. Of course, you know that Sean Penn went and interviewed El Chapo,
Yeah.
and then he was busted a couple of weeks later. You know why he was you know how he got busted?
No.
Because he was in, I don't know if he was in Guadalajara or Sinaloa, whatever place that is, but it was like a real poor area. But somebody ordered 200 tacos, And it was for El Chapo and his guys. And so
Wow.
they picked up on the taco order of 200 tacos because nobody else
can afford it.
Yeah, nobody else can get 200 tacos.
That's cool.
And they just followed the taco guy in there and that shootout.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's what it should have done. Taco Bell.
This Occupied is sort of hard to follow though because
What's it about? Is it like a?
It's about Russia coming into Norway and occupying them, taking them over.
I haven't. I don't watch that much TV. I did start watching again. I watched it when it was first out. Ray Donovan on Showtime.
Oh, it's. I watched the finale last night.
Oh, did you? Don't tell me about it, because I'm on season.
Is that the one where he's
4.
the fixer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good show. I like.
I need to watch. I started watching that.
You need to freaking catch up on shit. I mean, we can't talk about nothing because you're so far behind.
Catch up, Willie.
Come on, Willie.
I just got Showtime back.
Oh, I got Showtime.
I've started catching up. I'm 4 seasons in, so I'm good. I watched the first couple seasons when it was when it was
I already
on.
blew that for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you go?
Yeah. So I'm past that part.
You know what's coming in March, don't you?
What?
Ozark.
Really?
It's
Man, it seems
back.
like it's been forever.
Yeah,
since
It's
it
I
was.
been
think
almost
that-
2 years.
I think that's a jump to shark.
No.
I don't think it'll be as good
You don't think?
because they didn't film it in Atlanta.
That's true.
Because
They
he
moved
wouldn't.
it out.
Yeah, because he wouldn't.
That's what delayed it because they moved it out.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it in Georgia because they passed some kind of abortion bill.
So where are they filming?
I have no idea. I guess
Ozark.
Hollywood.
They went back to Ozark.
See, that's the thing I hate. That's the only thing I hated about Justified. Is that the only part that was filmed in Kentucky was like the intro, and then the other place you're like, man, they're right out in the middle of the desert in California. That's not
Right.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Come on, let's just you got the money. Let's go do this where it's supposed to be. All right.
I agree.
That's
I
true.
mean, that's not too. I mean, Narcos isn't filmed in New York City. It's filmed somewhere.
In a studio.
It's not based out of New York City.
I know,
were
but
they
I'm just
filming
saying
the
they,
movie?
to cut costs, a lot of these people like go to California or Ozarks.
Canada. A lot of them are done in Canada.
Yeah.
Toronto, Vancouver.
Yeah.
A lot of the movies portraying New York are done in Toronto.
No, they're not. They're done in Vancouver.
Yeah. Most everything's
No,
done
they're
in
in Toronto.
Vancouver.
Done Hamilton.
I think it's the same studio where they filmed the
Calgary.
moon landing.
It is.
Which one?
That hoax.
Oh, have y'all seen AD Astra?
Ad Astra. No.
Whatever.
What is that?
It's good.
Hers
Because I
was
like
really slow.
No, it's pretty exciting because I mean, if you're into space like I am, it's
I want to watch it. I've got it on my wish list.
the guy goes to his dad is Tommy Lee Jones, and he's going nuts, and he's doing something that's really screwing up the environment or something way up there.
Yeah.
And so he has to travel to
Don't
Uranus
spoil it.
to get it. Yeah.
Uranus.
That's where Tommy Lee Jones lives, is in Uranus.
Mm.
That's nice.
Every day.
I just last week or 2 weeks ago I finished up Dexter. You
That's a
seen
good
that?
show. I didn't ever finish it, but that was a good show. I just got Showtime. I'm gonna watch
That's
it
a good
again.
show. Well, it's on Netflix too.
I know, but
Full things on Netflix.
now we got Showtime. I can watch all those back episodes of everything. I'm about to get HBO back. There's supposed to be a pretty good series coming on, a comedy series.
Oh, there's supposed to be a good series coming on Amazon with Al Pacino, and they're hunting Nazis.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool. And did you watch?
The Irishman.
Yeah, I have. Don't say anything about it. I haven't
I
watched.
haven't
it.
watched that either. I haven't had time.
Dude, I ain't got like 6 hours to blow.
It takes 3 hours.
I
You
know.
have to watch
Well, I don't
that.
have 3 hours. We're busy.
But
You're at the corner pub. You can skip one night at the corner pub. Speaking of your house,
No,
we ate at Freebird's Burrito last night.
it's
good
not
place.
bad.
That's a good
Yeah, it's pretty
place.
good. I might go there.
Freebird
That's a good
Burrito.
place.
We got it,
Freebird's
yeah.
Burrito.
What are we doing? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's a pretty good
Good
place.
place.
It's a good burrito. It's a good size burrito too.
You know,
Burrito's big. Here.
I got the. I
You know
got
what?
the-
It's a big burrito. It's like a burrito like this.
I got the Freebird though. That's not the big one. They've got a bigger one than the Freebird.
Yeah, I think I got the free
That's what
burrito
she
one
said.
there. She wants something bigger.
That's
than
what
the
Skinner
Freebird.
said.
Yeah.
They just said they're a simple man. Yeah, ooh, what's that smell?
Here we go.
On the stairway to heaven.
That's what I hate.
Up, wrong group.
That's
My
what,
bad.
like the country music today.
What? There's no such thing as country music today.
Jason Aldean has a song. I don't know what the name of the song is, but it's just it's ooh that smell. It's the same exact.
Riff and everything.
It's the same exact melody, chord progression. It's Well, it's the song that starts SEC football or one of those college football games, and it's like "Ooh, that smell," but it's him singing on it.
I don't know.
haven't heard it.
That's probably why that
Yeah, I've
dude
heard
shot
of
up
that
all those
smell.
people in Las Vegas. He's like, that's Skinner.
That's
Yeah.
not why he did that.
That's not funny.
That's not funny.
That's not funny.
Don't make jokes.
Wow.
That's not funny.
That's pretty bad.
That's not funny.
Too soon.
That's not
It's
funny.
always too soon for that.
That's not funny. All right.
Hey, we've got it adult rated for a reason, folks.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
we can say shit and piss. Well, we can say piss.
Well, Houston listens, but I mean,
Yeah,
you know what?
he's
You know
under
what the
some
producer
new
did?
What did he do?
What did
You know
the
what
producer
did? We were in Detroit walking to the game,
Oh, I know this.
and he just busted his ass.
Oh, yeah, you tell me.
All foot goes straight up. And he started to tear up, and I said, "Get up, son. Take it like a man. Get up, get up." And he's still tearing up, and I said, "Son, for right now, I want you to cuss as much as you want to. Just let it out. Use profanity. Cuss. Get it out." And he started cussing, and man, that smile came on his face, and that pain went away. He felt like a man.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's parenting.
He's going to
101.
remember that for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
And when his son falls, he's going to do the same thing.
yeah.
Mhm. This is what my dad said to me.
That's right.
Yep. This is what my dad.
Just no
did for me.
F-bomb.
No F-bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted. He tried to. He's like, "Can't say the F word." I'm like, "No,
Why? Why not that one?
we don't use that one. That's only dads can use that one." He hadn't earned the right to use that word.
You're not old enough.
Shit and ass and hell are basically what he used.
Shit, ass. Ass is not a bad
When did hell become a cuss word?
Yeah.
It's always been cuss words. Bad
What about
place.
damn?
Damn.
Damn's part of,
That's not a.
Damn
I yell
was
that
over
every-
here.
I yell that every time we drive by the dam up here on the interstate. It still throws.
It's a bad joke.
Still
Do you go across the damn road and walk? Do you walk on the damn
I
wall?
don't know. I mean, we have been on the damn wall. We have been on the damn road, but this is right by it.
Do you go over the dam on the damn road?
I
BR.
don't understand how BR is back outside.
He lets himself out.
Yeah. Do you have a doggy door he can go in and out?
No, I think he's barking because we're in here. And he's
Oh,
here.
he wants to. Yeah, he hears
He's
it.
wanting to be part of the show.
He could.
Yeah.
He's,
Bring him
he
in.
lays down.
Yeah. So
That's our mascot bulldog. English
He's
bulldog.
crazy.
He's a good dog.
I wonder how
He
much
was
time
licking
we.
me.
I wonder how
Fatty.
much time we got left on this program. It's hard to keep up with time. We've been talking for quite a
I
while.
don't know. I'm not paying attention, but it's 6:30
Yeah, no, I don't have to get going. I got to feed my dog.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah. All right. So
Anybody
anyway,
got any shout outs?
no, I don't. I give a shout out to the people at Little Caesars Arena. That were real nice to Little H and myself. Go on our website and look at our
I did like his black jersey.
little movie. He picked that out. I had him a red one, but he picked that out. Go see our little stadium series. That's memories we like to put there and try to throw some music in there and stuff. It's okay.
Some tunes.
Yeah. Russ, shout outs.
No shout out right now. Just go follow us on Instagram at HOS Podcast.
Shout out to Big E for
Big
Yeah.
E.
putting all that together.
Yeah,
It's
that's
High on
awesome.
Sports, HOS Podcast.
I do have an Instagram account now, so I'll follow it too.
Yeah.
HOS Willie is my name. If you wanna follow it.
HOS Willie.
Yep.
Okay. I'm Swamp Muscle on Instagram. Part of the band there. So
Follow us on Twitter
Twitter
at High on Sports 2.
and we're on Facebook at what, Russ?
High on Sports.
Okay.
We're also on YouTube. You have to have an account, so you have to make an account to be able to subscribe to anything on YouTube. But create an account and subscribe to High on Sports. You can see all of our videos and everything. You also get on our website at highonsports.org. And then, of course, you can find our podcast on every major podcast platform. So go there and do that. I do have a shout out. A good friend of ours, his son, has started a new podcast. It's called the Pugs Out Podcast. So Brandon and Bobby, good job. I listened to y'all's first trial episode.
What's it on? Did you just listen to it?
It's going to be on all the major ones, but
Okay.
they did the first one just for a test, and they just sent it's on Podbean, and they sent it out just to family and
They're
friends.
gonna
okay.
they're gonna put us out of business.
Nah, theirs is a good one. It's hockey.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Willie.
Thanks, Willie.
Well,
Nice shot of
our
confidence there,
Yeah,
Willie.
our tagline is we're not the worst podcast you'll hear, but we're close.
Well,
Maybe we ought to change our tagline.
Nah, that's people like it funny, but they did a good job. It's like I said, theirs is more hockey related than anything. But
God, That's what they'd be already barking at.
No.
But shout out to Brandon and Bobby. Good job, guys.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. So thank you for those that watched us.
Appreciate it.
We'll get this up and running, and we'll see you next week on High on Sports.
See ya.
Out.
All right, boys.
Let's go.
You can't sync it up.
You've been listening to High on Sports. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. A new episode is right around the corner. Have fun, everybody.
He is gone.
All the pads came out on this thing.
Straight up. The new Hero 8's badass. The new GoPro Hero 8. Black, that's cool as shit. Straight up.
Oh,
Ow, shit.